This to me is the groundbreaking level. This level is a psychological major level. The rally on Bitcoin has been on light volume lately. That's a concern. What that tells me is it's not big money buying. If we were to confirm and stay above there, then you have a different scenario.
Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Crypto. Bitcoin has been on a major rally, piercing the $30,000 mark just yesterday. Since the beginning of 2023, its price has increased by 80%, almost doubling from the lows of $15,757 in late November. The Fear and Greed Index is showing that the sentiment in the market has shifted from last month's neutral to greed, as Bitcoin jumped from the $20,000 level to its current price. This rally has got everyone excited, believing that the lows for Bitcoin are in, and we're now headed for the next bull market. Despite Bitcoin's performance in the face of a banking crisis, pro trader Gareth Soloway has been cautious in his assessment of the market, as he believes we're headed for a nasty recession that will cause the stock market to crash, dragging Bitcoin down with it. Has anything changed in his prediction in light of the recent push towards $30,000? Let's listen to his outlook for Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, and silver as he goes into the CPI data from this morning. But before we do, please consider subscribing to our channel, as we bring you daily content on the latest crypto news. And now, let's jump right into the video.
What I want to talk about today, we got to get into the CPI data. The CPI data is the major factor of the day. What we basically see here is that consumer prices climbed 5%. At an annual 5% pace in March. What does that mean? Well, that was actually a little bit better than expected. All right, so that's a little bit better. All right, the consumer price index increased 0.1% in March, according to the Labor Department, compared to 0.4% in February. All right, so again, what that's telling us is that inflation is slowing. The only negative to this report today, folks, was if you strip out food and energy, inflation actually increased. All right, it upticked. An annual growth rate pace ticked up from 5.5% to just 5.6%. So there was one little negative in that report that has me on slight amount of alert today. And again, here you have the 5.6% right here, which is where the number came in. And again, the market was expecting a 5.5% clip on inflation. Now, again, overall, I think this report was a slight positive. We are seeing the S&P futures rally to the upside. All right, now I'm going to get into Bitcoin. I know that's the big question of the day. That's what everyone is really excited about. All right, so I'm going to go right to that. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and look at this, guys. If you were here last week, we talked about this channel, this consolidation range. Where did I say Bitcoin could go? I said it could go to 30,500. What was the high yesterday? 30,500 and change. What are we doing today? We're holding basically flat on Bitcoin. All right, you guys know, if you know, I shorted some Bitcoin via buying BITI yesterday, nibbled a little bit on that, so far up on that trade. We're going to watch to see. This to me is the groundbreaking level. All right, so what I mean by groundbreaking level, and this is a very important concept, groundbreaking level is this is the Great Wall of China. This is the brick wall that has, that's 10 feet wide, whatever you want to call it. This level is a psychological major level. In addition, I saw someone mentioning it in the comments as well, is that keep in mind, the rally on Bitcoin has been on light volume lately. That's a concern. What that tells me is it's not big money buying. Not big money buying. You have to be aware of that. And that's something that, again, gets my attention as well. So, again, we should know over the next few days, maybe over the next 5 to 7 days, do we get above this level? Do we hold? In that case, then the low is in. All right. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to go bullish and buy Bitcoin. That's ridiculous. You would never buy and chase a move like this. What it means is if you get a confirmed bottom in on Bitcoin at 15,700, then on pullbacks, you start to buy more aggressively. At supports, you buy more aggressively. And that's the technique that, again, has made me the millions of dollars that I have made and I continue to make on a monthly, yearly basis in these markets, whether it's crypto, whether it's stocks, whether it's commodities. Let's go to the dollar first. The dollar, guys. So this is why the markets rallied, and now this is why the markets are giving it back. So number one, if we look at the intraday chart, look at this. All right, look at the drop in the dollar on the intraday 10-minute chart when that data came out. All right, why did it come? Why did the dollar drop? Well, the concept here is super simple. If inflation is dropping, then it means the Fed has to hike less. That means it potentially can even cut rates in the future. That's weak for the US dollar. Okay. So again, that's the key on why it dropped. Now, why is it rallying up? Now, notice that the markets rallied when the dollar dropped, and now the markets are pulling back a little bit when the dollar's rallying. So the dollar's getting a bounce. Number one, it was a big sell, so you generally get a technical bounce. Number two, just like I said, remember, if you look behind the curtains, there, the CPI data actually upticked if you strip out core stuff, which is food and energy. So there's still some little signs of kind of higher inflation in the system when you remove that food and energy from the calculation. All right, so again, how does this go? We're going to find out, but if the dollar continues to rally, markets should continue to come in, and we'll watch and see how that plays. All right, let's go now to gold, and we're going to go to silver, guys, because silver had a crazy move over the night period here. And by the way, what a pop initially on this gold chart. Holy cow, but look at gold starting to come back in here, guys. Big drop on gold here. And again, this is the 10-minute chart. In fact, man, let me go to silver real quick, guys. Hang on one second. Yeah, silver, huge pop too. Actually traded just up into this range where it was overnight, actually pierced those levels. I actually want to short some silver here. Again, if we look at the daily silver chart, look at this insane move. Look at that move on silver. To me, this is a blow off top today. I want to short into it. You also have a lot of resistance coming into play here. Look at the silver chart here. If we put a trend line right here, look at how close we are to major resistance. You're coming right in there. You have more major resistance just above right here. Now, it doesn't mean I don't like silver on the longer term, right? I love silver on the longer term. I love gold longer term. But when we look at these commodities, they have gone parabolic. Gold a little bit, not as much in the recent days, of course, but silver's move is parabolic, and I want to pull the trigger. Now, why would silver pull back and maybe gold hold up better? The answer is very simple on this. All right, gold goes up when fear is there. Even in a recession, gold can go up. To bring it full circle around to silver, what do we know? We know that silver is also an industrial metal. Silver, again, in general, that will go down if we go into a recession, even if you have the offsetting of fear and panic. All right, so that gives us a little insight on the silver trade here as we continue through. I'm just going back to silver to real touchy base here. And again, so don't be surprised if silver goes a little higher here. I still have it priced in, maybe getting as high as around the $25, $26 level. But again, that's something to definitely keep an eye on there. All right, let's go check in on Bitcoin here. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin, again, pulling back off of the initial pop on it. Take a look at the intraday chart. And here was your high from yesterday right here. And there's your high from today. Doesn't mean we won't take out that high. But remember, this is into a major level of resistance. Some of you guys asking, is it still priced in that Bitcoin could still go down to the 12 to 13,000 target, maybe even 9,000? The answer is, as long as we don't confirm and hold above 30,000, this 30,500 level right in this vicinity, the answer is yes. So again, that is still on the table. If we were to confirm and stay above there, then you have a different scenario where likely the 15.7 level, 15.6 level is a low pivot on the charts. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, again, continues to struggle here. Same thing, even though Bitcoin recently took out its highs, Ethereum has not. So it is a little bit under pressure. Remember, you do have that fork. I think it's called the Shanghai fork coming up, and that could be creating a little bit of stress on some of those players out there unwilling to commit ahead of that fork in case. And this, by the way, this happens a lot with forks, is that people are nervous that something could go wrong, and so they usually step back. So you're going to lose a few buyers going into that event, which could explain why Ethereum is struggling just a little bit.
Gareth is monitoring the $30,000 level on Bitcoin to determine if the crypto bull run has been confirmed. If the price holds above it for a week or so, then there is a good chance that we are beginning a bull market. If not, then the price is likely to go lower, potentially as low as $12,000 if macroeconomic conditions deteriorate significantly. What is your opinion of Gareth's perspective on Bitcoin? Will Bitcoin hold the $30,000 level? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give us a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. This is Let's Talk Crypto, and we'll see you in the next video.